Welcome to another Tiger TV post-game wrap. We're here in Tuscaloosa at Bryant-Denny Stadium after the Alabama Crimson Tide defeated the number 2 undefeated LSU Tigers 30-16. Johnny Lombardi here alongside Taylor Curet. And Taylor, once again, 5th straight win for Alabama over LSU. The streak lives. LSU not looking very stout tonight against the Tide. What went wrong for the Tigers?
What went wrong is up front, and that Coach Miles talked about it. They just couldn't. The offensive line just lost the battle to the defensive line, and it's seen in the statistics. You look at Leonard Fournette, who's been averaging over 180 yards a game. He had 19 rushes for 31 yards, I believe, tonight. He just wasn't himself, and that's where the game was lost, in my opinion.
On the other side of the ball, the Alabama Crimson Tide, Derrick Henry and Kenyon Drake both having huge performances for the Tide. That Tide offense, the offensive line really just moved around LSU, and it just seemed like the Tigers' defense couldn't get off the field on third down, too many penalties, and the Tigers, frankly, just didn't catch enough breaks as well.
They didn't catch enough breaks, and like Coach Miles referenced, the time of possession Alabama owned because the offense wasn't, LSU's offense was not moving the ball. They weren't giving the defense a break. And you don't think about that, but when you're putting the defense in a tough position, the defense did all they could. I really think that because the offense couldn't move the ball is the reason that LSU lost.
Well, after tonight's 30-16 loss, Coach Miles and players expressed their feelings after the loss.
I think the opponent had the ball 10 more minutes than we did, about twice the number of plays. So our defense is on the field the whole second half virtually.
I mean, it hurts, Can't mope about it. We still got a lot of big SEC games coming up, and we just gotta win out.
Start next week and get things right. If it's the last thing we do, this is not the end. It's just the beginning of the second half of the season and the next part of the season.
Moving forward, still a lot at stake for LSU as the Tigers can still win their way into the SEC championship game.
They could.
But it's going to take losses from Alabama to make that happen. What's the mindset got to be for the Tigers moving forward, Taylor?
They faced a similar situation last season, although when they lost to Alabama, I think it was their second or third loss, and then they went into Arkansas and put up a donut. They lost 17-0. I think this is a different team. It's a year later. They're more mature. They realize what happened last year. They'll come in against Arkansas, and like Vidal Alexander said, he expects Leonard Fournette to have his best running day yet against Arkansas. So we'll see what happens. But, yeah, there's still a lot to play for LSU.
All right, for Taylor Curet, I'm Johnny Lombardi reporting from Bryant-Denny Stadium in Tuscaloosa. Make sure to check out TigerTV.tv for all your post-game content following LSU's 30-16 loss against the Tide.